Hey guys, thanks for joining me. My name is Trinity, also known as Miss Maui Mac. Welcome back to my channel where we focus on real makeup for real people by a real makeup artist. So today we're discussing makeup on the Asian eye. And the reason we chose this particular topic is I was kind of in a video rut. So I messaged my best friend Samantha and I said, hey, I feel like I want to record. I don't know what type of video to do. And she told me, why don't you do a video for your eye type? For those of you who don't know, Samantha's my best friend, but she's also a makeup artist. That's how we met. We met about 7 years ago working for MAC. And she told me, you know, watching you do your makeup has really helped me to learn how to do smaller eye because she and I are the complete opposite. She has big, beautiful Italian eyes that can hold any type of shadow, the most amazing lashes, and I don't. I have little itty bitty lids and 5 lashes that are straight that go that way. So I thought that was a really good idea. You take your own face for granted a lot of times, and I get to do so many clients. It just becomes so routine for me that I sometimes don't think oh, what I'm doing is actually like a tip for most people. Now, unlike most of my tutorials, we're not gonna start barefaced. So if you wanna learn how we take that look to this look, stay tuned. But first, guys, make sure you're subscribed. So we're gonna just build off of my existing look. So we're gonna transition into a nighttime look, but again, how to do it on eye shapes like mine. We're gonna use, I know this says NARS, but it's not. We're gonna use shadows today from Makeup Geek. So I've already set some aside that we'll be using, probably somewhere along those lines. We are taking this shade called Creme Brulee. So when I started doing YouTube tutorials, guys, it was nothing like it was now. We did it back then for the love. We loved makeup, we loved collections. Everybody lived for MAC. This was when MAC was still on top of the game, you know, no one was really touching MAC. And you know, we'd go to the launch parties, we'd be there standing in line all day to pick up our orders when Hello Kitty launched, you know, those were the good makeup days. We did it in our spare time for nothing. And this was before YouTube even started the partnership program. Now, if you saw what I did with that last color, I took it up right up under my brow bone. Now you're gonna feel, it's a little harder because yes, we are flat-faced, but you're gonna feel that brow, that orbital socket, that bone, you're gonna ride up onto that to right below the brow bone, and we're gonna take care of the brow bone highlight later. We're not gonna worry about that. But I'm gonna show you the most common mistake that I see being done is the orbital socket is not being properly enhanced. Because our crease is low and small, most people wanna go right onto that very low. Now when we open our eye, it completely disappears. All your work is gone, girl. So there's no point in even wasting your time messing with that area. I'm gonna pick up a little bit of Tan Lines eyeshadow on a 217 fluffy brush, and I'm gonna show you how we're gonna place this. So instead of placing it right there, have your client open her eye, or you open your eye, and while they're looking directly ahead or at you, you are going to then apply right above that crease. And this is gonna open the eye up. A lot of these purpley, burgundy, maroon shades, I find that they work really well on most skin tones. We are going to use Bitten. Again, we're using Makeup Geek today because she released a statement, did a video, and girl, I felt for her. People are throwing shade yeah, she's just saying this because no one's talking about Makeup Geek no more. You have to pay respects to those who paved the way. You know what I mean? There would be no beauty guru if it weren't for the OGs. You know what I mean? I also use a lot of Makeup Geek shadows in my kit. At that point when these shadows came out, she gave MAC a run for their money. they were going for a quarter of the price or a third of the price. Next, I'm using Morocco, which is a really pretty orange shade. And I'm going to just tap that on right above that burgundy, but slightly a little higher. I'm going to use Makeup Geek Vanilla Bean. So I'm gonna pick up Vanilla Bean with a small shader brush like a 239. I am old school MAC, guys, so most of my brushes are MAC. And I'm going to just place that. Now using that very rounded end there, I'm going to hold my brush upwards and tap that along. So we're gonna use Vanilla Bean again. Take that right under the arch of the brow, pull it forward, and just pull that shadow down. And that just blends the top of the brow bone. I like to swirl my brush off on a paper towel and then just lightly dust right up onto the brow. I'm gonna use Costa Reach liner by MAC. I'm gonna use that on my waterline. This is such a pretty liner on those with greener hazel eyes. I'm gonna take that same 239 brush that I applied Vanilla Bean with, and let's apply Creme Brulee. And we're gonna take that right along the lower lash line. If you're taking this from a daytime to a nighttime look, girl, you can spread your wing on this. I'm just gonna run a clean angled brush right along that wing. I think this is House of Lashes, but it looks like this. Alright guys, so this is the final look. I hope that you found this video to be helpful on either yourself or your client. Don't be afraid to get in there and try the Asian eye. The only thing I do suggest is don't load their lid up with a bunch of dark colors. That's a common mistake that I see people doing, is they want to open the eye, so they load the lid from the lash line up with a bunch of dark colors. Don't do that. Try to really lighten up the eye, brighten it, open it up, rather than closing it off with dark colors. Leave a comment below if you think that a lot of people are intimidated by the Asian eye. Because I know when I worked at MAC, a lot of the Asian clientele would be like, I'm gonna wait for her, because they thought only Asian girls know how to do Asian eyes. Thanks for watching, guys. See you guys next time. Bye.